Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, it is approximately 1:11 p.m. and I left the Joann White Lake location at approximately 1 o'clock p.m. I timed it, looked, all that. Okay, you guys, here is the report. Now, I know, well, I can't help it, but it's late notice. You need to get to this particular location. That is, if you want to get stocked. Or if you want to panic buy, you need to get to this location before 9 p.m. tomorrow. First of all, I'm sharing this report video first. I did my filming while I was there, and the filming is a hot mess, of course, because I didn't have my tripod. Plus, I didn't want, to catch people on camera, so I had the phone propped up on my purse. And so you can pretty much see me, going through, looking at everything. I did lift the phone a few times so that you can see what I was looking at and what I was talking about. But I was very careful not to put any people on camera. The store was not crowded at all. It was just fossils like myself, maybe about 10 shoppers in there. And it was fully staffed, fully stocked. And when I say fully, it was a breath of fresh air compared to the liquidation stores. Now, when I first got there, you're going to see me, I'm going to say, oh, they got us, because the 20% signs were everywhere, just like in the liquidation stores. Those really have not taken effect yet. They will take effect on Wednesday. The staff that's there, since they're fully staffed, they are prepping. Most of the things in this store are up to 70% off, 25% on yarns and stuff, 50% on a lot of things. It was exact to how the Bloomfield Hills location was before they switched over to the liquidation store that very next day. Okay, I did speak with a lot of staff. They're talking. They are talking. They are upset. They are mad. In fact, one of the ladies, the one who cut my tool, she was telling me that I asked her how long she's worked at Joann, because she started talking about the closure and everything, and she's very upset about it. And she said, I've been working here. She told me the years. I forgot the years, but she told me since the Pontiac Mall days. I said, you've been here a while, sister, because I used to go to the Pontiac Mall location. And they closed in 2008 and moved to White Lake. They transferred all the employees. So she is one who has stuck it out from those days. So I know she's over 20 years. Okay, she was probably more closer to retirement, and so she's not too thrilled. The lady at the cash register, I caught her on tape. We talked a while, then I had to abruptly end my tape because she needed to see my app for me to get the $15 off, okay? But anyway, I didn't go too far over budget, especially after getting the $15 off. I only went like $20 over budget, and that's not bad at all. And that was before the $15 off. So basically, I stayed pretty much within budget. Okay, so anyway, she was telling me, because I said, did I just hear you correctly? Because she was talking to the lady before me, and they were standing there talking, and she mentioned about the closures, and she mentioned about Wednesday, and she said it's still up in the air, but they're still talking about keeping 7 open. And so she had a list up there, and the list had these 7 stores all over the state of Michigan. And so this particular location was on that list. So she said they will not know until Wednesday. She said, but it's not looking good. And I told her that's what I'm going with. I said, because from what I heard, they're going to be closing all the locations. And this list that she had, this was a new list, I guess, that they just got today. So apparently they're still up in the air with if they're going to close every location or if they're not. I think they're going to go on and close them all, because this corporate greed, when I found out that those darn corporate people were making $200,000 a month, I'm like, they're in the hole too far to save anything. But anyway, back to the report. Okay, so anyway, okay, so first of all, the store, like I said, it is fully stocked. Fully stocked. Now, the only thing I didn't see there was that yarn bowl. So someone bought it today. But the yarn swifts are there, and there were more things there than what's on the app. So don't pay attention to the app at all. Just go. I'm telling you, if you want to get your last bit of anything out, this is the location to go to. There may be other locations that weren't slated to close in our area. I know this is the closest one to me, but I know there's a few there in the Detroit area. So you might want to, if you're in Detroit or closer to those stores, you might want to hit those up probably today. But I'm telling you, White Lake, the White Lake location, White Lake, Michigan, that is the location to go to. It is well worth it. Well worth it. Like I said, they had everything. The Woobles, for those of you who like Woobles, they had yarn galore. It's a smaller store, but they were packed to capacity. And then even the top shelves had boxes. Everything was clean in there. It's like the Joann that you're used to as far as cleanliness and staff and whatnot. Like I said, it was a breath of fresh air. Another thing that I was told too, off video, I was told that if you do not get there by Wednesday, the stuff that you see there today, they're going to be shipping a lot of that stuff out. And I've heard some of you, or read where some of you said that a lot of things have been shipped from your location. So when you got to the liquidation store, you know, a lot of the good stuff that you saw before were gone. That is going to happen. She said they already have, they got that notice that once Wednesday get here, if it's announced that they are going to close, that the stuff that they are stocked with very well right now is going to be shipped out. So I'm assuming it's probably going to go to the warehouse online or something like that, or possibly they might be selling the brand like the Big Twist and other things. They might be selling that stuff off to someone and they can get some big money for that, more so than they could the customers. So therefore, the stuff that's there now will not be there as of Wednesday. So get there. I would say get there today if you can. It's 1 o'clock. They don't close until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. They will reopen tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And that's the best time to go in the morning when everybody's at work. The traffic was wonderful up M59. And the store was not crowded at all. And it's in a big shopping plaza too, you know, so you don't have to just go there. You can go, there's a Walmart, Home Depot, all that stuff is there too, Ross. So you can just make it a shopping trip. I would say if you're scheduled to work tomorrow, if you have a sick day or a vacation day, I say take it and go to the White Lake location. Even if you are in Windsor, Canada, because somebody from Canada said that they've been coming over, you know, across the border. Even if you are in Windsor, Canada, or anywhere in Canada that's not too far from us, the border, come on and get to that White Lake. Get thee to White Lake, y'all. I'm telling you, that's where you want to go. They had all the sewing stuff, and a lot of this stuff, the prices are slashed. So this is your final opportunity to get what you may need or want, okay, if you have the funds to do it. Like I said, I went in with the $50 budget. I ended up spending, my stuff came to 80, it came to like 82 or something. Then I got the $15 off. So altogether, I ended up spending right around like $69, $70, somewhere around there altogether, once the $15 was slashed off. So that's not too bad. And when I looked at my, you know, my budget for my retirement and stuff, hey, I was fine. So, hey, okay, so I just set my budget at 50, but the what I spent was well within budget, okay? But not the budget I had set. So let me show you what I got. First of all, I got my tool. I bought 10 yards of it. It was $1 a yard. That I felt was a good deal because when I normally bought it at Joann, although it was cheaper than online, but I would buy the tool. It cost me like $2 a yard. So I would only get like 4 yards or whatever. And that was plenty to last me the summer. This went on and on and on. I got a huge bag. I bought 10 yards. And I'm thinking about going back tomorrow and getting 10 more yards, okay? Because at $1 a yard, and they took the 25% off of that. So actually it rung up at $10.60, but because with the $15, so it wasn't actually $10.60. I got my little apron. So this is for me when I start embroidering. The one thing that I had planned to get that I made a decision at the last second. First of all, the locks were on the knitting needles and the crochet hooks there. And you will see that on the film. Okay. Although they were fully staffed and people were there, floor associates, I didn't really want to bother them. And so I thought, I don't really need to get these knitting needles. Plus the selection was dwindling. If I were going to get them, I was going to get the 4.5, the 5.5. I bought the 6.5 the other day, and I was going to get the 7.5. I don't know much about knitting needle sizes, so I think I'm going to learn more. I decided I'm going to just learn more about knitting, and I did check out the Continental method, and I think I can learn. Oh, when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay. And it's just all in how you hold the yarn. And I was like, okay, this makes sense. Instead of doing this, you have it a certain way and it allows you to grab it and do what you need to do. So I'm going to do a little more research and studying, and I can always get knitting needles. I can order them. I can do whatever. And plus the 25% off there, the price that they were like $12.99. Some were $10.99, depending on what you got and the sizes. But the ones I was going to get were $12.99. So with the 25% off of that, when I looked at the little thing, that showed, they would have been like $9 and something a piece for a set. I said, I might can get some cheaper, used or whatever. I like the bamboo ones with the string on it. If I hit snake eyes later, I just hit snake eyes. But I can always buy one set at a time. But I just did not want to, okay. I'm looking at my receipt, y'all. Okay, so I ended up spending altogether $72.40 after they took the $15 off. Okay, so it would have been like $80 or closer to $90. Okay, so let me finish. Y'all, I got 2 of these. I went on and got it. Okay, it's the Yarn Chicken, and you all will see that. It says Yarn Chicken Champion. And those of you who crochet know the Yarn Chicken. In fact, I just beat it the other day. Okay, I got me another one of these magnetic needle holders. This one's a little bigger than the one I have, so I can put my darning needles in this, whereas the darning needles don't fit in the other one, just my embroidery needles. So this is just a needle case, and since they were next to the darning needles, I got it. I got some darning needles. I bought like 2 or 3 of these, and I also bought some embroidery needles. I bought a couple of, I bought at least one of these. This is the little fabric thing, so that if you're tracing or if you have a iron-on, which I did buy some of those, and you need to fill in, you can use this. I bought this just because. And it's a magnetic pin and needle holder, and it's a butterfly. And so I bought this one to use. I thought that was cute, and because it's magnetic, I can use this even fishing. I can use this for anything metal. I bought some embroidery needles. I needed more of those. And this is stuff that will last me the rest of my life. More darning needles. I was looking at what will last me for the rest of my life. I bought 2 of the Yarn Chicken things because it was, I think they were like $1 something, and they have a lot of them there, y'all, a lot. And they have all these different buttons, or yeah, these are buttons, that you can wear. They had a lot of different buttons pertaining to crocheting and knitting, and this was my favorite, so I bought 2 of those, and there's plenty more left. If you go there, and they will be right there in if you go to the crochet aisle, you will find all the stuff. This is a smaller Joann's too, very small, but it packs a punch. Everything is neat and in order. And I'm telling you, you will enjoy your trip thoroughly. And it's one of those places that you could probably shop for hours. I bought a lot of my Aunt Martha's embroidery transfers I can do. And these transfers, I used to always do sheet sets years ago. I would get the plain blank sheet sets, and I would use the iron-on transfer to go across the top part of the sheet and for the pillowcases. And then these would go on, and then I would embroider them. And so I want to get back into that. And I got these. Most of these were on clearance. Oh, and another thing. If you get an item that's on clearance, because there are a lot of items in the store that's on clearance, particularly yarns. And they had some nice yarns there too. And I did film some of it. Okay, anything on clearance, that $15, $5, or $10 off does not count towards clearance, but it counts towards everything else, including your sale price, okay? So if it's something that's 25% off, 80% off, it still counts for that, but it just doesn't count for something that's marked as clearance. Okay, so I got this one for the pillowcases. Then this one can go for pillowcases. It's a floral one. Another floral one. This one was on clearance. It said for $247, but this one is like little animals. It's llama drama. It's llamas. So I'm gonna use that. I'll probably put this on the apron that I got because it's gonna be a homesteading apron. I'm gonna use it for gardening, not cooking, because I have a lot of cooking aprons. I got to show y'all my vintage collection, y'all, because I got some, you know, I like antiques and vintage. And we used to have this one shop, and I got those old-fashioned aprons that you tie behind your back. You don't find those anymore. Oh, man, I got a collection out of this world. So I have my kitchen aprons. So this will be for that apron that I just purchased, and I'm going to use that for gardening so that I don't get so dirty like I normally do, and possibly fishing too, because I get very dirty. Okay, so the llamas will probably go on that. The other one I got was, okay, this is a kitchen one, and this one was on clearance for $1.97. I got that one. And I'll probably use this. They had kitchen towels there. I'm not going to go back or anything, but they did have the kitchen towels. But I can get kitchen towels at Walmart. You know, Walmart sell embroidery stuff, and they sell these too. So I can always get kitchen towels elsewhere. So, or I can buy some kitchen towels, you know, plain, and iron this on and do it that way. Okay, and then the last one I got was, oh, the Life on the Farm. This is the one I said I would put on the apron, not the llamas. Although if I get another apron later, I can do the llamas. This is the one I said I wanted to do. Okay, continuing on. I bought another, as if I needed another seam ripper, but this thing was like $1. So I was like, let me just get that just because. I bought some stitch markers. I did get some stitch markers because these were 25% off, and they were, I think, $3.99 with the 25. They ended up costing like $2, and I like the different colors that were in here, and they're the gigantic ones, and it came with 25. So I went on and got that. I did get 2 small embroidery hoops simply because they were like $1. So I went on and got these 2 because I don't have any smaller ones. These Singer scissors ended up, and these are my new fishing scissors, they ended up being $3 after these were like 50% off. And then, you know, and so they cost $3. And you'll hear the lady tell me how much they cost. Because I had told her, hold those back. Because if they were going to be $10 or more, I wasn't getting them. Because that would have taken me closer to $100. And I didn't want to go that far. But $3, I was fine. And then I did get these. I didn't get any embroidery yarn embroidery thread or anything. But I did get a few more of these for some of the thread because my mother's friend who passed, although hers are wrapped up, she had a lot of loose embroidery things, and then I have a lot of loose ones too in mine. So I said I would just get this one with 28, and then I can, you know, get some of them spooled up. Okay, so that's it. That was it. That's all I bought. And I think I did good with things that I wanted and needed from Joann's for my final buy and the tool. And like I said, there's still some big ticket items there. The sewing machines are real cheap. You know, I was in the fabric section. So your sewing notions, they had everything fully stocked. And it will be that way until Wednesday of this week. So I would implore you to get to the White Lake location if you want to get a bargain, because this is the last of it. Okay, so I'm going to end this because this went 20 minutes longer than what I expected it to go. But okay, so this is part 2. And then I will upload the shopping video next, and excuse the video quality on that. But you will be able to get the gist of what I was talking about and get a visual. And then that might help you to make your decision. So I'm going to upload this first, and then right behind that will be the other video part. I'm going to call that one shopping trip or something, or non-nightmare. I'll name that one different, but that's just an extra video. Okay, I will talk to you later, and may God bless you. See you on Sunday, you guys. See you on Sunday if there's something to say. Okay, bye-bye.